Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, the government. I just want to let you know that we have a plan. We have a plan for you. We have a plan to defeat this pandemic of COVID-19. We have a plan to make you safe. We have certain plans to do this, but give us another 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. We're going to shut everything down. Within that 2 weeks, we don't want you to leave your house. We don't want you to go get your hair cut. We don't want you to start up your business. But don't worry. Don't you worry, because we, the government, we have a plan for you to make you feel safe. But not only to make you feel safe, but we are going to make you safe. But there's only one thing that I ask from you, the people that we represent. That you represent for us. That you hold us accountable to you. But don't worry about that right now. Shh. Shh. Don't worry about it. I know that we as the government are accountable to you. I know that we hold a public trust from law enforcement, local elected officials, county elected officials, state elected officials, and even federal elected officials. We have a plan for you, but all that we're asking from you right now is to trust us. We the government, we have a plan to save you. But don't worry. I just need 2 more weeks of your time. I need you to stay at home. I need you to not go out and protest. I need you to not go out and ask any questions on what we're doing. Because it's the government. It's just me, the government, that is telling you we have a plan in store for you to take care of you. But you have to give us just a little bit more time. I know we asked for 2 weeks. We're only asking for another month. We need another month to figure out how to defeat this COVID-19. We need 1 more month. But during that month time, I want you to trust us. Trust me. I'm the government. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to make sure that you're okay. I'm here to save you. But I need 1 more month on top of the 2 weeks that I already asked for. I need 1 more month. By the way, during that time, I don't want you to go to work. I know you're worried. How am I going to get money? Don't worry about it. It's me, the government. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to print money out and I'm going to mail it right to your mailbox, or I'm going to put it right into your checking account. Don't you worry about it. It's me, the government. I'm going to make sure that you're safe. I'm going to take care of you. So just give me 1 more month. But during that month time, I don't want you to go out to restaurants. I don't want you to go to the store if you don't absolutely have to. But don't worry about it. It's just me, the government. I'm going to give you money. You go to the store if you absolutely need to. but only so you can get food for yourself. I don't want you to go to work. Do not go to work. Don't worry about it. It's me, the government. I'm going to give you money so you don't have to go to work. You can rely on me, the government. You're safe with me. It's okay. It's fine. I'm sorry, but I have to extend the quarantine for another 3 months. I'm the government. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. But what I am telling you is that if you try to walk on the beach of Southern California, or take a suntan, or spend time with your daughter or your son or your family on the beach and play catch with them, even though you live in the house with them, you will be arrested. You will be arrested. But don't worry about it. Don't you worry. I'm going to put up some more money for you. And I'm going to protect you and make sure that you're safe. That's my job as the government. You're okay with me. As long as you listen to me, you will not die from COVID-19. You are okay. But you have to listen to me, the government. You have to. If you try to open your hair salon shop in Texas, or open your barber shop in Michigan, you will be arrested. You will be tried as a criminal. The constitutional rights of the citizens of the United States are put on hold because of this coronavirus that has a less than half of 1% casualty rate, death rate. We are putting the Constitution of the United States on hold because of this deadly virus. But don't worry. The government is here to protect you. So keep on wearing your masks. Even though that your masks that you wear, there's gaps here, there's gaps there, there's gaps here, there's gaps there, and there's gaps here. So every breath that you breathe in when you're at the Fred Meyers or the Walmarts or the QFCs or the Piggly Wigglies or wherever you're in the country, don't worry about those big gaps where you actually breathe in air, where this microscopic organism apparently floats throughout the air. It's okay, because when you wear the mask, guess what? You're safe. That little blue mask with the little frillies there, it just makes everything all okay all over again. It never goes through here. It never goes through there. It never goes through here. It never goes through there. It never goes up into here. As long as you wear it, you're safe. And you know why? Because even though we told you the first 2 weeks that this happened, there's no need to wear a mask, right? Remember? And then after that, then you should wear a mask. And now we're told you probably shouldn't wear a mask because once you put it on, and if you don't disinfect it or clean it, and you touch it and put it on your face again, then touch your face, you can potentially be infected. Do you see the games? Do you see the manipulation? I'm telling you what. I believe that Trump is doing the very best he can to try to figure this situation out. But it's coming to the point where it's just coming down to common sense. If Trump don't get his shit figured out and start going with common sense and stop listening to Dr. Fauci, this out here is coming off. But I believe that's what the left exactly wants me to do. But I'm still going to believe in Trump because I think that he's doing the very best he can in the interests of the American people. But the point of this video is for you lost souls. Every time you hear what the government tells you, put on your mask. You're safe with your mask. Oh, cover yourself up. Put on some gloves. And you guys do it, and I see you driving around in your cars, wearing your masks alone, wearing rubber gloves. Don't you realize once you walk out of your car and you touch your door handle to shut it, or you go into the store and touch a tomato or grab a box of food or something like that, you potentially could be infected. For you lost souls that are playing into this game with this mask, the mask game, I haven't done one day of it. Not one day. I have no fear. And you guys are playing into this. Don't you realize you have holes here? You have holes here, here, and here, and here. How do you think oxygen gets into your freaking noses and into your mouths? It goes through those opening spaces in your paper masks. You don't think COVID, a biological infection, doesn't go through there too? Are you serious? I walk around in the stores and I see more people than me walking around with masks. And I see them looking at me all weird going, they don't say nothing, but they look at me going, and they just stare at me. And I just look back at them and I just smile. They're sheeps. They're sheeple. If you have a serious you have a serious heart issue, just make it simple. A serious heart issue, or you have a serious issue with your breathing, with your lungs, stay inside and ask a family or friend to help you, to get you what you need. For regular healthy people, walking around with masks on your face, you're cowards, you're wimps, you're pussies. You're pussies. I don't want to die. I don't want to get sick from the COVID-19. I call it the COV-19er. It's almost like the Ed 2 109 from RoboCop. Make everybody scared. You see this one big nasty beast, Ed 209. This is what this is right here. Americans are so stupid. They're being manipulated. Put on your mask. Stay away from everybody. But yet, I see a lot of the people wearing their masks with their masks down here. Just above their lip. Why? Because they can't breathe with it over their nose. So what's the point of wearing the mask? Even if you did wear it properly, it has no point. It has no meaning. It has no bearing. I spent nearly 2 decades in the military, and every single year we had to go through this training. It was a week-long training. A week. A painful week. But thank God I went through that training, because I look back on it now and I laugh my ass off. It's called NBC, November Bravo Hotel. I'm sorry, November Bravo Charlie. Nuclear, biological, chemical training. What we are dealing with right now, right here, is a biological hazard. And you know how we were trained on it? Full mop gear. MOPP. Mop gear. It was called donning and doffing. Donning means you put on the gear. There was donning 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don on just the regular gear, your pants, and your top, which was also, by the way, lined with charcoal. Your suit was actually lined with charcoal. You had the camouflage on the outside, charcoal grains in the middle, and then like it was like a mesh material on the inside, so that anything that would touch you, the charcoal would absorb it. That was mop 1. Just wearing the pants and the top. And you had to button it all up. You had to strap it up underneath your crotch, your dick and your balls, and your ass crack. And you had to make it as airtight as possible. Mop 2 was that you wear your rubber boots. And you made sure that those rubber boots were firmly secured around the bottom of your pant legs. Mop 3 was that you wore your gloves. You wore inserts and then thick rubber black gloves. Like industrial strength gloves. Like if you were dipping your hand into a batch of acid. They were that thick. That's mop 3. Mop 4 was the full mask with the hood. And you took the hood, you put the mask over your face like this. It had a full face view. You put the mask over your face. You tie down the straps around your head, around your skull, to get it airtight as possible, i.e. why we don't have beards or long mustaches and we keep our hair short. To make sure those gas masks get an airtight seal around your head. Why? So you can still conduct combat after the attack from a biological agent. You strap those down real tight, and then there's a rubber hood that you put over your head that was over the mask. So you put the mask on, you strap it down, and then you pull the rubber hood up over your head. And then on the hood, there was a tie. And you took the tie and you strapped it and you pulled it so it was tight against your neck so you could barely breathe. And then when you were done with that, then you would take your combat helmet on and put it on your head, and then you strap that over your head to further seal from any kind of chemical, biological contaminants that could hit you. I did this every fucking year for 17 years. Every year we trained on this. We practiced on this. When I was in Montana doing nuclear security, we did this every other week. Every other week, we put on our full bio gear. Even though this was nuclear materials we were dealing with. This stuff would not stop gamma rays going through our body, but they still made us do this. So not only did I do this on a regular basis, after I got out of the nuclear security field, I did this on a weekly basis. Over and over and over again, it was slammed in my head. They said, well, if our nuclear weapons were to be attacked, the first thing they would probably do is they would attack our nuclear silos with either chemical or biological weapons to prevent our forces to getting there to secure them to make sure that they could launch. That's what we were trained on. That's what was pounded into our heads. Gas masks every week. Full mop gear 4 every week. And you would do that with a backpack on your back with 400 rounds of ammunition, carrying your ammunition, grenades, and everything, and you're running through a farmer's field trying to rush and roll towards the nuclear weapon to make sure that it was secured so it can launch. That's true. That's what I actually did. Every fucking week. In full fucking mop gear. And they're telling everybody right now. They're telling you, put on a paper mask. Put a paper mask over your face. The biological weapon can't, even if it's not a weapon, the biological virus can't touch you as long as you're wearing a little tiny piece of paper over here, even though you got gaps here, 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 and here. With a little rubber strip around your ears. It's not going to get you. You're safe if you wear it. I can tell you all about MBH all you want. Or NBC. The American people are so lost. They are so dumb. And it's not their fault because they weren't trained like I was. I have no fear. I walk around as freely as any man as freely as any man 2.5, 3 months ago. I walk around no fear. I touch my tomatoes. I grab my food. I put my fingers in my hand. I pick my fucking nose. I scratch my balls. I do everything. Haven't had a single... Nothing. Haven't had nothing. There's a little over 1 million Americans that have been so far tested positive. So far tested is the key word. Tested positive for this. Out of 327 million Americans, we have 1/3 of 1%. And we're shutting the country down over this? Our country is becoming soft. Becoming too scared. I don't want to die. I don't want to get sick. I don't want it. Hey, buck up. Really? Buck the fuck up. If we're this afraid of something that has a 0.5% of a casualty death rate, could you imagine when Ebola comes rolling through our country? Or when China wants to go and drop something else on us, which is even much more deadlier? And the whole world is shutting down over what China did was a level 1? Just a fucking fraction of something that could be actually done to us and to the world? So this is how the United States comes to a halt. This is how the United States comes to an end. It just takes a piece of shit communist country to give us basically a fucking super flu. And we're done. We're out. Right? This is how we respond to an attack on our nation? Oh, I'm scared. Put on my masks and my gloves. Fuck national security. Fuck going to work. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to cough. The fuck is going on with our country here? Hey, can I go back to work? No, you can't. Why not? Because I, the governor of whatever blue state it is, my state, Washington, because I made an order. I'm sorry, is an order different from a law? Was there a law that was passed through legislation saying that this is actually now a lawful order? No, it wasn't a law. I just made an executive order, and that's just the way it goes. Oh, so it's not a law. It's just your decree. Yeah, but my decree is law. Sorry, sir. No, it's not law. It's a decree. Any law has to be passed through the legislation, and it can only be passed by the people that actually live in those states or in this country can approve of it. I'm telling you guys, every single day that goes on, and this keeps on continuing, is another day that you're losing yet another one of your constitutional rights. President Trump is doing everything that he can, but he's letting the governors take control of their states because he is he is in charge of the federal government. Federal. He's not in charge of each and individual state. He doesn't control each and every state. He's in charge of the federal government, which keeps the states together. Your governors, your personal governors that are doing this, they are the ones that are stripping you of your rights. You have to stand up. You have to say enough is enough. We don't need the government to be a mommy or daddy state for us or a nanny state for us. We know what we have to do to make sure we take care of each other, take care of our community, and make sure those that could be potentially affected by this, of what we can do to keep them isolated at the time. But this country has to open back up. And every day that we stand by and go, oh, but I don't want to get sick, and I'm going to wear my mask and my gloves, and I'm going to be a bitch, I'm going to be a sheep, I'm going to be a fucking coward. You're giving the government that much more fucking control. And every one of you guys that keeps on folding on this, it makes that much more work for me, people like me and my friends, that we're going to have to pick up the pieces to get this country back together because you're too fucking afraid to stand up for yourselves. You've been too dependent on the government to answer all your questions and to fix all your problems. The government is not here to fix your problems. They're here to make sure that you are able to live your life, get your business going, make your money, and make sure that no wolves try to prey on you. That's their only job. But now you think that the government is here to solve your problems, to fix your issues, to answer your questions, so you can't think for yourselves. That's not the fact. Get your goddamn heads out of your asses. If not, then people like me will have to go underground. And we will have to take this country back. And I guarantee it, we will. And the people like you that are too afraid, you'll be left in the ashes. Because once we do take this country back and put it to where it should be by the Constitution, you'll come groveling to us going, oh, we want your help. I'm like, where were you when we needed you to get this country back into order where it should be? You weren't there. You were too busy hiding in a fucking hovel. Because you're a fucking coward. For us real Americans, we will not hide. So like I said, it's okay. Listen, I'm the government. I'll give you money. You just stay in your house. Shh. I'll give you another $1,200. I might even give you $10,000. But don't go to work. Don't ask questions. Don't cause problems. The government's going to take care of you. But just remember, since we took care of you, we expect you that you take care of us in the end.